Today, I am going to be setting up my monthly calendar for the month of November. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. And yes, I am going to be setting up my monthly calendar for the month of November. So today is October the 20th and I have been doing a lot of planning evaluations. Obviously, I've been doing planner evaluations too, but I've also been evaluating how I've been planning or when I've been planning because I'm trying to be more efficient. And the one thing that I have realized is I really need to set my monthly calendars up quite a bit early. I had been waiting until the last week of the month to set up my calendars for the next month. And while it is true that the later I wait, then the more I'll actually know what's going on in the next month, for the most part, I have a pretty good idea of what's coming up, especially when it relates to work or like appointments, like doctor's appointments and things like that. It's like the other little social appointments I'm not always aware of, but I still need to kind of have an idea, especially when it comes to work and appointments and things like that, as early as possible. Because sometimes what is on my November calendar will help guide my planning for even the last few weeks of October. There are things that I know I'm going to need to squeeze in because I'm not going to have time to do it in November just by looking at my schedule. So I am going to be making a great effort to get my calendar done probably at the midpoint of the month. I am already setting up my social media planner in the middle of the month for the next month because that is something that I also need to start pre-planning way early. And that has worked out fabulous. So yeah, I'm changing my mindset. I'm shifting my mindset. I don't know why I was in that mindset originally that I had to set up the calendar at the very end of the month for the next month. It was just a mindset I created for myself, but I am changing that, trying to be more efficient. So yeah, this is my catch-all planner for the rest of the year. This is a Moxie Life goal setting planner. I do weekly setups on my channel. I also do some of the weekly action steps on my channel. So definitely check out those videos if you are curious. And even though I'm doing the calendar today, I will still do some monthly goals with you guys as we get closer to the month. All right, so today I am going to use this brand new sticker journaling pack, Velour Gardens from Live Love Posh. This sticker pack goes on sale on Wednesday, October the 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, including journals. I will have all of that information down in my description box, as well as my discount code and affiliate link. But I went with this particular sticker set because the colors just scream fall. And this is going to be a very, very busy month. So I needed to use something like florals that I can still make it look really, really pretty, but conserve the space. And this is perfect because there are actually decorative boxes here, so I can use those. I need to pull out my sticker binder because I actually took apart some of the book. I wanted to keep the alphas, or the letters, I call them alphas, separate, and the functional boxes. Let me grab those as well. I keep them separate in here because, you know, I might want to use them at other times when I'm not actually using the sticker journaling set. Because the colors may go well with other stickers. All right, so yeah, that is what I'm going to do. I do need to date this. So yeah, I'll do that as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to date this. I am going to, we'll just use a brown. And I'm just going to redate it with pen. I'm not going to use stickers because that'll take a little bit more. And I am ready to roll. All right, now I usually make this a Monday start, but I didn't feel like pulling out a day of the week stickers or anything like that. We're just gonna roll with it. So I talked about the stickers I'm gonna be using. Let me kind of talk about my process and how I use my calendar. So I do use multiple planners, although I've greatly reduced the number of planners that I use, but I still use two primary catch-alls. This one, which is my weekly catch-all, this is a horizontal layout. And I am also still using my daily catch-all as well. I have not been using the calendar in here as much. At first I was using this as kind of like a brain dump calendar, but I have since moved to this as my brain dump calendar because this was one that I started using this quarter and then I realized it was way too small. So this is now my brain dump planner. And can I admit something? I'm really enjoying having a brain dump planner. So I may even purchase like a cheap one from the Dollar Tree next year just to kind of like have on my desk to like sloppily write stuff in, because let's face it, we want to be neat sometimes in our main planners. That way I can scratch through things and things like that. So I may do that. This obviously is not a dollar store planner, but I only paid $3 for it. And I tried to use it, but it's just way too small for me to plan out my days in here. So I stopped using it, but I am still doing kind of like brain dump scheduling in here. You can kind of see like all of this and stuff like that. So I'm still using it. And I did go ahead and put in some of my appointments and stuff in my monthly calendar. So I'm going to refer to that. Then those of you that have been with me for a while know that at the beginning of the year, I set up one big calendar for my bills. And I dated 1 through 31. It's supposed to be 1 through 31. For some reason, this sticker set only had 30. But that's how I do it because typically due dates for bills are due on specific dates and not specific days of the week. So that's the reason why I wanted a 1 through 31. Obviously, this could have just been a list format, but I was using a disc bound finance planner at the time, so this seemed to work perfectly. I probably will still, even though I don't think I'm going to be using disc next year, I'm probably going to still keep this concept and put this in one of my planners in some way, shape, or form, because I really, really do like it. It just makes my life easier when I go to transfer my bills here. Now, really quick, the way I do this, there are some bills on here that are not going to go on here because like right here in my trash, I have 3, 6, 9, and 12. That's for March, June, September, and December. So those are like the months that they're due. Same thing with water. I have 1, 3, 5, 7. So that way, those are the months that they are due. So they're not going to be on every single month. So yeah, that is how I do it. I color code a lot of stuff on this particular planner. I like to just use a mile liner. It takes up a little bit less room than boxes. I still use boxes when there is something really, really important that I need to remember, whether it be somebody's birthday or a very, very important work event or just an event in general that I need to remember. I will use an actual box for that. But otherwise, I've been using a lot of brush markers to just highlight a line and right over top of it. It's great, y'all. It's great. I will say I am all about stickers. I have a gazillion stickers. So obviously I love my stickers, but I feel like these do just as well. And sometimes they're even better. Look, they're even better. So I am going to figure out which ones of these I'm going to use this time. All right. Even though I have a swatch book, I'm always re-swatching everything. Does anybody else do that? All right. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use these alphas or these letters, and I'm just going to put November because I just really want to, and I have to put the month here anyway, and I don't want to handwrite it. All right, there we go. Got the alphabets up there. I like that because it decorates a lot and it's still, I needed to put the date anyway. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few boxes on the really, really important dates. So I like this one. We're going to put it low so that way I still have room if I need to write anything else, but I'm not going to have time to write anything else for that day. And then 14th and the 1st. 1st and the 14th. Okay. And then this is Thanksgiving, right? Is that right, y'all? Okay. All right. So now what I am going to do is I think I'm going to go in with the lightest of the 3 colors. And I am now going to highlight all of my bill due dates. And then I'll come back later and write them in. But I'm just going to highlight all the ones that are due. So yeah, what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of looking at my subscriptions. I have fortunately been on top of my subscriptions because this is the subscription renewal period for a lot of things, you know, around Black Friday. That's when you get a lot of good deals on like streaming subscriptions. So a lot of those were coming up for renewal at the full price. So a lot of those I canceled. A few of them, when I went to go cancel, they actually gave me another year for the same price. So I'm really ecstatic about that. So some of them I'll just be same expiration date, but next year now. So I don't have anything to add for subscription renewals. Now I'm going to look at my other calendar to see anything that I need to keep in mind as far as work goes. All right, I think that's it. It doesn't look like a lot just because I use the highlighters, but it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I'm going to fill in all that stuff later. It's just, you know, because I'm filming this in advance, I don't want you guys to know all of my like business and time sensitive stuff. That's not good to put out there on the internet. While I trust you guys, you don't know which non-planner people might be coming to my channel and just trying to steal all my information. Oh no. You can tell I'm getting old when I start like worrying about that stuff. All right. And I'm going to put this to do because this is what I like to put there. What color? Let's do blue because I'm not going to have a lot of blues. This is usually just a monthly running of things that I need to do for the month. So y'all, that is kind of it for my actual functional setup. I do need to leave a lot of space because I am filming this early. Obviously, things are going to come up. Hopefully, I have a lot of social events. I know I'm going to have a few coming up this month, so I'll add those in later. So, like, I can't fill the entire box up with stickers, but I can definitely put a lot of stickers in between boxes and things like that. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to turn some music on and just kind of let you guys watch me decorate. right, guys. There we go. This looks super decorated, but you can see my functional area is still pretty much wide open. I pulled pretty much all of the little florals that were on the floral sticker sheets off and put them in between the boxes. So that way I wasn't taking up much space, but it did add some decorative elements to the actual calendar boxes as well. And then I stuck to the perimeter regarding all of the other decorative stickers. So yeah, this turned out really, really cute. I did pull some quote stickers from Autumn Allure because, you know, for some reason, I feel like I need quotes when it comes to my monthly calendar. I don't know why. Or maybe it was just I felt like I needed something here to break apart all of the florals. All right, yeah. So that is how I set up my calendars. I did set these up in color code format. So this is going to be for work. This is going to be for finances, and this is going to be for personal. I like doing this because it's a quick glance. Just like I color coded all of my brush markers for different categories, it's just for quick glance. So I can, you know, in the mornings or when I'm setting up my work to-do list, I know to look for anything pink. I know that they had pink dots and I use this one instead, but it's close enough to see what I have work to do. When I am doing my weekly resets and I'm trying to figure out my finances, any bill due dates or anything like that, I know to look at the gold even here, and then everything else, which is pretty much every day when I set up my daily planner, I know to look at any personal type to-dos. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please press that like button. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. As a quick reminder, everything that I use today sticker wise is from the Velour Garden sticker set. I'm surprised I still have this with it because I am going to be taking all of these out and using these as pencil boards. So yeah, this will be like one of the last times I can probably remember the title because yeah, all of these are going to be used. They're just too pretty to sit in with the set. All right, guys. Yeah, so all of this, this journaling pack, as well as 3 other journaling packs, actual A5 journals, sticker binders, one of which I used today, and I'm gonna have to put some more stickers back in, go on sale on October the 22nd at Live La Posh. Remember, my discount code AGWP10 will save you 10%. I will have all of the necessary information down in my description box. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until my next video, bye.